Are there really just people standing around, or they know that it's been filmed? I'm guessing they know it's being filmed, so they're like, we need more people standing around. You know?
I don't know,
because I've never trained with a bunch of people just standing around.
You know what though? If Lee Haney was there, you and I would be right in the front. Oh. We'd be standing around the whole time.
You're right. I would be. Yeah, really? Probably with a boner.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding nerds, unite! You are listening to Bodybuilding Nerds Radio. Just a couple of nerds who love all things bodybuilding related. This show is brought to you by TrueNutrition.com, aminos inside of some sanitarium, I believe it's an asylum of some kind, and SupplementSource.ca. I am your host, Vijay Puri. Along with me, as always, is Scott McNally. Scott, how you doing?
Hey, Vij, how's it going, man?
Real good, real good. What are we talking about today? We got some things to catch up on, and some trainings, and some diets, some supplement reviews, right? The good old formula.
Yes, we do the thing we do. I figured we hadn't talked about training in a little while now, and I've got some cool stuff going on, and I wanted to know what you're doing. I know you brought all your equipment with you when you moved, right?
That's right. Yeah. I got all my gym is here, and we talked about this in a couple of episodes back, and it was I joined a gym, actually, kind of a local gym.
Oh.
And it's a gym called TrueFit.
Oh,
you ever heard of that? Nah, they're mostly in Texas, I guess, but they opened up like 4 of them here in Tennessee, and they're like dirt cheap. You know, they're like $14 a month or something.
Okay.
And it's only like 10 minutes away from the house, so. They got like that really nice Smith machines and things, and a couple of different stuff that I just don't have in my gym.
Is this one of those 24-hour type places, or? Kinda.
It's like Planet Fitness, but less gay. You know,
I'm not sure if you can say that. I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore.
All right, jeez. All right, but less hardcore.
Yeah,
you know? I don't know. It is 24 hours except for the weekends. It's so weird. They got the weekends at 7 a.m. to some, I don't know, like 9 p.m. or something. Okay. But the rest of the week it's 24 hours. So
hold on. So if you show up at like 1 a.m, is there an attendant there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like one of those key fob places, and they just wanted you to take like the Lord's Day off or something. But that's okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's not anytime style. It's you walk in, it's full setup. There's a staff there, so it's pretty cool. I like it. It's nice. It's a nice place. So I split workouts out. I do one workout at home and one workout at the gym, and I train twice a day.
Wait.
So.
Twice a day? Did you say?
Twice a day. Yeah, I think we talked about it on episode 535 or something like. I don't know, but it was a while back.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I can't. They all blend together. You know what I mean? It's like years fly.
They do,
right?
They do. Yeah, and I mean, I haven't talked to you in like 4 or 5 days now. So who knows?
Yeah. So twice a day. How does that work? You're like on the Ronnie split or something?
I'm on the old Lee Haney split, I think.
Okay.
I'm doing. It's kind of like the Arnold Encyclopedia split. You know what I mean? It's like upper body in the morning and lower body in the afternoon. And I just pick a few different exercises for upper body, a few different exercises for lower body, and just go ham on it. But not too ham. You like when you're doing this kind of training style, you can't go crazy. There's no you can't go over intense. You'll never recover. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because how many days a week are you doing this?
That's 6-7 days a week. One day a week, I'm only train once, you know.
Okay.
But I have the luxury of being able to train right outside my door in my gym, you know, in my garage, you know.
Yeah. So, my mind's kind of blown by this. You do realize too, they came out with new workouts since the encyclopedia, right?
What?
They've got like a whole bunch of different ones now since then. They've but you're enjoying this, huh?
Yeah, it works for me. I mean, man, I've been training now for 30 years. You know, it's like you run the gamut. You know, you run the gamut between, you know, starting off with the Encyclopedia of Arnold's shit, you know, and then you find out who Dorian was, and you start doing Dorian shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then you start discovering things about yourself. But this all takes decades to figure out, you know. What I figured out is that I can't keep going heavy and heavy. There's a plateau, a drop off, you know.
Yeah.
You get a point of diminishing returns with age alone. It's like you can't just keep going progressive overload for decades on end. You know what I mean? There's a drop off. Things aren't going to work out the same way as you get older with aging. And what I found out is that if I just don't need the heavy stuff no more. It's more about volume, repetitions.
Okay.
It's not high intensity at all. Maybe a couple sets here and there, like higher intensity, but not high intensity at all. It's I don't know, man. It's going in for the pump workouts. Really, it's all it is.
That's what I could imagine. And and I think too, for our audience, it's probably important too to look at like, well, what are your goals right now? You're not trying to get on stage. It sounds like for you, this makes your life better. This makes your day better, right? You enjoy doing these things.
This is the bodybuilding lifestyle. You know, I get to wake up early in the morning, do my cardio, go to the gym. We both appreciate that, like the ritual that is getting ready to go to the gym.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And I felt like when I was training by myself, I still train by myself, but when I was training in my home gym for years on end, you don't get that. You know what I mean? You don't get that ritual where
it's different.
You put your shit together. You make sure you don't smell. You put nice clothes on. You know, spritz of cologne and walk in the doors. You know, get in your car and do your business. You know.
Yeah. Versus home gym,
it's not the same. Yeah.
You can like if you're gonna take a supplement, you can leisurely take your like a pre-workout while you watch a YouTube video in your pajama pants, and then you just stroll to your gym and start lifting weights. You know.
That's it. Yeah. It's most of the time underwear and flip flops.
Yeah.
In the gym.
That's a look. Yeah, that's a look.
Not a true fit. I don't think they like that.
Okay. Yeah. Good to be clear on that one. Yeah.
It's a good gym though. I do enjoy my time there. Some nice folks there too. So.
Nice. And you've got that nice Atlantis equipment at home. I like that. I like that. The one thing I don't have that I would love to have is a good set of cables. And you've got that crossover that's sweet. Bright red crossover from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Huh?
And you know, like they've got like one crossover machine at the True Fit gym, and mine just blows it out of the water. It's
really?
Like, I don't even bother with cable stuff at that gym. I was like, mine's better. I just go home and do it, you know?
Oh, hey, I'm going to put extra work on us now. Send me a picture when we're done, and I will overlay that, as Ron and Dusty would say. We'll do it in post.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll take a picture of the... Yeah,
or Ron and Dusty, they like to say that. They say, oh, we'll do it in post, because they're like, well, we know we don't have to do anything. That means Scott's going to have to...
Yeah,
do it all
I know
in post.
about it. Yeah, do it all in post. Scott, you're doing it all in post.
It's easy. You just give it to Scott. It's done. But people should see that, though, because that is a sweet setup that you've got. What about your dumbbells? Remind me what you have weight-wise, because I know you had some heavier ones.
Yeah, I've got dumbbells from 8 pounds all the way to 120.
Oh, nice.
And between 45 and 100. No, 45 and 80, I think. They're like these really metal. The other ones are all rubber, but between 45 and 80, they're like these solid metal ones that I got when I lived in Canada.
Oh, those are so cool.
They are good dumbbells. They are. Yeah, I don't drop them, but I worry that they're going to break because they're not rubberized, you know?
Yeah, those are like some of the coolest dumbbells I've seen, though, and they've got the maple leaf on them, right?
Yeah, they're set up. Shit, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? It's called Squat Racks Canada or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but they're really good dumbbells, man. I no complaints. If I had the whole set like all the way to 120, I wouldn't be complaining about it. You know, they're good.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen the newer Jim Lico equipment that everybody's getting into nowadays? Oh, dude, it's so cool, and it's very compact. So you could put this is the math I figured, like trying out their leg press and then trying out their hack squat. The way they're set up now, like Jamie the Giant, he can't use this equipment because he's too tall, but it's super compact. And for like an average height person, me or you, would be perfect for. Those two machines would fit in the space where like just my leg press is or just my hack squat is. That's so
impressive.
Oh yeah, they're like I think Swiss company, either Swiss or Swedish. I think Swiss.
Yeah, they sound like they would put together stuff that's real compact and easy clean. And,
and like 10 grand. They're like so expensive too.
Look at his leg press. You can just fold it up and stick it under your bed when you're done.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, pretty much, right?
But they sell it at IKEA.
Yeah. It's like, but still like super heavy duty stuff. It's it's the popular thing.
Good stuff.
They had a booth at the Arnold this past year. But before that, I hadn't only seen them at the overseas, over there. It's more popular, but I think now they're starting to pick up here. I thought of it because I thought what's that company, Pure Muscle in Canada? They sell that stuff. They're the closest distributor as far as I know. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I don't have too much room. I mean, I can always make more room in my garage, but I've got everything I need. You know what I mean? It's like nothing I don't need. And I keep it really simple still after all these years, still barbells and dumbbells, mostly everything. Yeah. The only machines I really have is like cable machines or like a leg curl or, I've got that one. I've got that one machine is like a leg curl and a extension at the same time.
Yep.
It's okay. It does the job, but it's nice to be able to go to the gym and use their with a Lifetime Fitness brand or whatever the hell,
Yeah, Life Fitness. They have
Life Fitness.
And you're gonna spend so much to buy one of those. So
it ain't even worth it.
You get suckered in when you're trying to build a leg day workout setup for your house. Because you buy the one thing and then you're like, but what am I going to do with this if I don't also have a leg press? And what am I going to do with that if I don't also have a hack, Before you know it, you've got 5 pieces and no more room in your basement. I don't know, personal problems. That's where I'm at.
Sure, yeah. You can do so much. Just with barbells and dumbbells, you can just do everything, It might get monotonous or it might not get it might, I don't know, it might get boring or whatever, but the truth is you can do all that work easy.
You really can. Look at what, remember Chris Bumstead during the big close down of everything, and he couldn't go to the gym, and him and Ian were training in a basement, and he came out with the best back he's ever had in his life,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They both look great too.
Yeah.
So, barbells and dumbbells, still the winner.
So twice a day, man. That blows me away. But you're looking good. Yeah. You're looking good. You're feeling good. How's your strength and stuff?
Sometimes I go with just to test the strength out. I'm like, I'm really training like a pussy. I should see if I can, if I'm still strong or something. I don't know. I'm 45 now. I don't need to be doing strong stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'll push it every once in a while. I'll still on chest day, I'll still go up to the 120s. And I'll still knock out 20 reps on incline, So
no kidding.
I still got it. It's fine. I don't got to go heavier than that to prove anything to myself.
Yeah.
So if I can get 15, 20 reps with 120s on the incline, you're okay. You're doing all right.
You're always very strong with chest press, and you're very strong with back too. Things like a deadlift movement.
Yeah, I was a natural born rower, I think, just genetically. Like my ancient bloodline, I'm pretty sure I was like a rower on a ship. Yeah. Like, hey, you, slave, go over there and row the boat. You got it. Doing T-bar rows all day long.
Yeah. I feel like I finally figured back out just a few years ago. We trained with Shelby for all those years. And I felt like you got better and Shelby obviously got better and Bill got better. And I felt like my back didn't really change a freaking ton,
you didn't think that, huh?
Not like I thought it should have. And then I starting to train from home. I figured it out, man. I wasn't getting, for me, what I needed to do, I needed to get a deeper stretch at the top and then pull from that completely stretched position. And I used to come down like this with the bar on, say, a pull down, and I needed to bring it down like this. Think about the way a pullover works. You know what I mean?
So like a driving the elbows back behind you almost.
Yes, and just straight down. Really, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Straight down, and even bring the bar down to here, really far. And it just for me, it was like, man, that worked. All of a sudden, I wish I would have figured this out a decade sooner.
See? You see how that works? It's just one day, 30 years later, it comes to you, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Now I got the time is running out, and I just figured this shit out,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle. I mean,
I mean, the way that I'm currently training now, well, I wouldn't even call it training. They're just workouts, all right. And like the second, like the leg workouts, I call it leg calisthenics.
Okay.
Because it's body weight squats, body weight lunges, a lot of reps, low rest, that sort of thing. But I mean, this style of training has gone a long way for me personally. Like my joints, no more problems. Muscle bellies, they're just as good, probably not as good, but about as good as ever, So
yeah,
as far as like muscular aging goes, how people get in there, men, women get into like their mid 40s, and all of a sudden muscle bellies start shrinking up. Their things don't look quite the same as they used to. The fullness starts to go away a little bit.
Yeah.
That hasn't gone like completely upside down on me just yet, but hey,
good.
We got 10 years to go still.
Yeah.
So all the training's still working out, still pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it, and you just got to figure out what works for yourself, man. Yeah. All those years of heavy lifting, it's like what Ron always says. You only got so many heavy lifts in you.
Yeah. I mean, I remember you saying that years ago too.
Yeah. It's just, eventually you got to find something else, because with progressive overload style, yes, it works. Yes, you get strong. But if you're looking at the long game, are you still going to be doing that shit in 40 years and still gaining muscle and still getting stronger? No, it's impossible.
Yeah, there's time and a place, right?
Yeah, it's like if that were true and it was just a linear progression all the way through, dudes in their 70s would be the most jacked dudes on the planet and the strongest on the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not how it is. It just doesn't work out that way. So eventually you got to find something else other than the progressive. Oh, it's a nice place to jump off, that's for sure. And you're going to build the most mass and build a nice foundation for sure. But eventually you got to find something else. So this is what I figured out, and it works for me. Hey, the best thing you can do is enjoy your training.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes.
If you're having fun, chances are you're going to grow, you're going to look better, and you're going to get leaner. Because there's no stress involved. There's none of this. You don't get any of those weird hormones going crazy on you. Stressful hormones. Oh, I'm not getting bigger. Oh, I'm fat. Oh, these negative emotions and shit. But if you're happy and you're in the gym and you're training, and training is so much fun, you're always going to do well, I think.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I agree with you. You have to always love that process. And it took me a while, man, to figure it out. But I think, Vij, I'm in a groove now, finally, with mine too. It's not, I wouldn't call it training. Like, I'm not getting in the gym and training.
It's not training.
But
I'm not training anymore after 45.
I'm having some fun workouts. You know what I'm saying? Like fun workouts.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So what is your kind of a split doing right about nowadays?
All right. So what I'm doing is usually it's sometimes a couple days in a row, but at the very least every other day. All right. And It is a split of chest and shoulders, back, traps, and rear delts. And I don't always do all those things on back day. And then arms and then legs. So
still got an arms day, huh? You got to.
It's fun, man. Here's what arms allows me to do. It allows me to get in the gym and get a workout in that I know is not going to be super taxing. It's just going to be like blow the heck out of my arms. I might even take like a little injectable 10 milligrams of D-ball before I train.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very much fun.
I might do that 3 times a week, something like that.
Yeah. We'll get into more like our own personal supplementation stuff here in a little bit, because we've got some stuff to catch up on there too, as far as what we've been doing. But that's good. I'm glad that you found a new rhythm for yourself.
And so the way it works is I might, depending on how I feel with my recovery. So if I dig myself too far into a hole, if I go too hard to hard failure, then I just get like really foggy and fatigued, and it lasts for days or weeks even. So
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what I'm finding is that if I get in, so here's the thing that I realized. So if we look back, you can probably remember a time that, like, imagine like your most hardcore progressive period. And at that time, compare that to like a decade previous where you were doing like, 4 exercises for 4 sets. And a lot of times you might get through an entire exercise before you even got to what you would now consider your first working set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going back all the way to that, where my first working set is usually like 16 reps, with maybe 3 to 4 reps in reserve. And then from
Gotcha.
there, I'll go to a second set that's around 10 to 12 with 3 to 4 reps in reserve. And then from there, I'll go heavier and I'll get like 8 with like 2, maybe 3 reps in reserve. And then I'm done with that exercise and I move on. If I want to like do more something, if I'm like, hey, I could do more today, I'm going to push it. I'll push it by adding another set or adding another exercise, but not pushing that intensity further.
Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. I like keeping stuff in reserve. I like to keep about 8 reps in reserve just in case.
Yeah. Yeah. On everything?
Just to make sure I'm not going too crazy.
Yeah. That's a lot of reps in reserve, huh?
Yeah. I'll get like 12 reps and be like, I could do 20. No, better stop here.
If your life depended on it.
Oh, if I needed to, I'd go for it, but I just don't need to. I'm like, you know what? I got to do back again tomorrow. I better just drop off right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got like a couple of different back days throughout the week. I've got a push-pull day, and I've got this is just one of the workouts, one, you know what I mean? One at a time or whatever, but I have a chest day, kind of a chest day. I do deltoids every day.
Do you really?
McNally. Every day you got to do deltoids. Because if bikini gals have taught us anything about anything at all, bodybuilding, it's you can train your delts and glutes every day and get awesome.
Yeah.
And, And my delts really responded to the training deltoids every day. So,
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. No complaints. Yeah. And again, you got to go light. You can't overtax, and certainly not heavy shit. I just don't. I never understood how dudes like Kevin Levrone could just go fucking heavy on delts all the time.
4 plates behind the neck.
Trash. So strong. It's like, and he just grew like a weed. I've known several men like that, several people like that.
Yeah.
And it's not me. I can get strong, but my delts, they won't change. But if I go light, a lot of reps, daily, they change.
No, I feel like my delts started out stronger than my chest did, and then over time my chest caught up. But do you remember there was that point when I was dealing with that shoulder issue, and we talked about it. Yeah, you were like, what if you took some time off shoulders? I ended up, from that point when we talked about that, I took like an entire year off of direct shoulder training. And you know what? Like my shoulders didn't get any smaller as a result. Yeah. I mean, they didn't like grow faster either, but they didn't really change. And if I were to do anything different, I wouldn't have gone as heavy with shoulders, because I feel like I think that for me at least, and for a lot of people I've known, that maybe just like some more volume for shoulders. Like you're already taxing your shoulders pretty good with all your compound lifts, For sure. Yeah, I just don't think they need that extra heavy stuff. I mean, you get it. I mean, even when you're squatting, if you're squatting heavy enough, or you're front squatting, or even with a medium weight with front squats, you're going to tax your shoulders. You tax your shoulders with bench press. You tax your medial deltoids and your rear deltoids with basically every back movement. You know, so I mean, they get lots of work anyway. So yeah, but
hey, nobody ever complained about having huge delts.
Yeah. Oh my God, my delts are too big. It's a big problem.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem. It's a good problem.
Yeah, no kidding, man. For me, shoulders is it's fun, and that's been one of my goals. I was like, you know what? I just want to see like my shoulders and arms grow now. Like that's what I want to really make sure I bring back, and it's happening fast, man. Because it's like you already made the tissue, right? It's been there.
It's there. It's been
just
there. Yeah.
Eat some extra protein, and you're gonna bring it back as long as you're training, right?
That's a pretty good segue, actually. We should talk about some food stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, my diet's pretty atrocious, I think is probably the right word, but we can do that.
You want to know the benefit of being able to train twice a day and roughly 2 hours of cardio?
I figured out why you do it. All of a sudden, it all made sense to me.
You can eat whatever you want to. All the chocolate in the world, it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, man.
No, I don't. It's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. But I will say, it is not. My diet now is nothing like it was like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not 7 meals a day. I'm not counting macros and subtracting macros and all that mathematical stuff. It's not necessary when you're training twice a day and you're doing all your cardio. It's not. All you got to do is worry about your protein intake. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many meals would you guess you're eating?
You're not gonna like my answer. Nobody's gonna like any of my answers.
But there was a time you were eating like 2 times, so it can't be worse than that.
Okay, good. Yes, it is worse than that.
Oh God,
it's one time. It's a big meal, and then the rest of the day is just protein shakes or you know what I've been getting into is Fairlife milk.
Oh yeah,
I love Fairlife milk. First of all, I love milk. It's just I was so lactose intolerant my entire life. There's no way I could keep drinking milk.
Yeah,
but I got onto this Fairlife milk, which is they say is lactose free. It's not lactose free. They just add some lactose to it. They filter it so that the protein is much higher. The carbohydrates are much less low.
Yeah.
I would say like 1 cup of like the whole milk that I like is 13 grams of protein, 6 grams of carbohydrates, and like 8 grams of fat.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll drink the whole thing, the whole 52 ounces. Down it goes. You know. So that's a meal, whether I like it or not. You know what I mean? That's a big. That's like 80 grams of protein right there.
And you get no like gut issues from that milk. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, I started real light with it, and then it didn't take long at all. Like maybe a couple days, really, where I was just like, "Holy shit, I can drink this stuff. No gas, no digestive issues, no nothing." I mean, if that was like actual milk, it would be horrible. I would never get off the toilet. Yeah. You know? But this stuff is great, man. I love the whole milk and the 2%.
Okay.
I pound them. I'm gonna send you a picture when we're done of my refrigerator out in the garage because all it is Fairlife whole milk just stacked.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Bottom of the top. Yeah.
Does it last for like a longer time than the old school milk did, or what?
These things come in like 52-ounce bottles.
Yeah.
And I'll drink 2 a day. Sometimes 3.
Oh, so you need a lot on hand is what it comes down to.
I need a lot on hand. Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. You should try it, man. Even just like 2 cups of it with like a couple of scoops of like True Nutrition protein or something. Yeah. Like, oh my God. It's like a dessert, you know? It's like, I mean, you remember mixing protein into milk before, how delicious that was.
Years ago. You know? Yeah. And then I became a real bodybuilder after that. You know what I mean? And I stopped.
Yeah, you weren't a baby anymore. You were a bodybuilder. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, man, a couple of scoops of protein in that Fairlife whole milk or Fairlife 2% milk or whatever the fuck percentage you like. It is awesome. Awesome. Yeah. If you're a milk guy, some people aren't milk people. I'm a milk guy. I grew up with milk, you know.
Yeah. So. I feel like it was very popular like when we were kids. You know, milk was like a staple. Like if you were to think about stopping to drink milk, it would be like, oh my God, that's like an entire food group you're removing almost, you know?
Yeah.
That's the way people looked at it.
Yeah. Here, drink this poison. It'll make you strong.
Yeah. So a guy just hired me who has a cup of that milk, the Fairline milk, in meal 1. And I was debating, you know, in his diet that he sent me, this is what he's currently doing. I was debating on like, well, he's not getting on stage right now. He does want to get into better shape. I was debating, you know, should I pull this because it's milk? But listening to you talk now, and my dad drinks it too. It's a way for him to get a little more protein in. It might not be a bad idea. I could leave it.
I would leave it if I were you just to see, watch the water retention and stuff on him. Yeah. You know, I don't think it'll change because I'm a water bag. Everything makes me hold water.
Yeah, I know.
Not this stuff. Yeah, not this stuff. No big deal at all. Nothing. I mean, I can go without it. No changes. So,
okay.
I'm like ultra impressed. You know what? We need to make Fairlife a goddamn sponsor of Bodybuilding Nerds Radio because the amount of money I'm spending on this. I mean, they bought to just appoint me as an investor or something at this point.
It sounds Well, you get it. The investment is in your physique. I guess so. That's your return. Yeah. You're living it, Vij.
Yeah, and the liver cancer it's giving me, I'm sure.
Oh God.
Who knows what they're feeding those fucking cows? You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but it's delicious and it works good. And it's 80 grams of protein every time I slam one of those, you know? So
jeez, yeah. And hey, you're a good testament to this too then, because it's not like you were somebody, like you said, you did not tolerate lactose well. So
horribly. Yeah. Even still, like right now, if I drank even a cup of regular milk, I'd be on the toilet. I'd be nauseous. I'd be probably throwing up. It's not good.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a win then. I'll have to, I'll leave it in his plan to start, see how that goes. I might even try it myself. We'll see.
I think, I mean, if you're a milk guy, you don't, some people are just not milk people. You know what I mean? It just grosses, the idea grosses them out, this white creamy substance. I don't know what could possibly be creeping them out about, but some people like it. I'm one of them. It's delicious. What am I going to say?
Yeah. You know what I might use it for, even if I didn't use a lot, is I am doing a shake in meal one. So meal one, I make an egg sandwich every day. All right. And it's 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg, 2 slices of whatever bread I find that's a good deal and it tastes okay. And then I'll put like some type of sauce on it, either like a mayo or I was using, what's that stuff called? That Chick-fil-A sauce. You ever tried it? I was putting Chick-fil-A sauce on it. It was really good.
My wife is addicted to that shit.
Oh, it's so
addicted.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy it by the liter, I think.
Yeah. So you get some fats in that stuff. There's that. And you get some sugar in that stuff too. It's by no means a calorie-free condiment for bodybuilding. But that said,
it is delicious.
I'm using that, and then I'll do a shake to get my protein up. And then from there, I've been eating pasta lately. So I'll do like pasta and ground turkey with a little bit of marinara sauce. And then for a while, man, I really struggled to eat. And you know what I was doing is I was getting those, those French bread pizzas. It's like,
I know those French bread pizzas.
They make like Red Baron and Stouffer's makes them, and you get like 2 in a box, right? So I take one of those. And then I'd take ground meat, usually ground turkey, and just pack it on the top of it as much as I could. And then I'd throw that in the air fryer on the bake mode for like 5 minutes. And that would be a meal. So I'm doing usually one of those a day. It's 40 grams of carbs. Fats aren't too crazy. It's not a lot of cheese. And then whatever, about 4 ounces of protein on it. So I'll do that along with those other things. And then at night, I'll do another protein shake with 75 grams. So usually I get about 4 to 5 meals in around that ballpark. Yeah. But the big thing is I've been trying to drink more protein powder and using that to get like, hey, I could get like an extra 100 grams in. So I added that shake to meal one. I'm adding a shake in midday, and then I'm doing the 75 grams at night. I'm getting like probably, 50, 125,
Oh, so how much protein a day then altogether right now?
Oh, I couldn't tell you because I'm not counting it. Yeah, just more than it was. But I know it's this. It's more than it was before. Is it the most I could handle? No, I could definitely keep going up, but it's more than it was before. Probably 200 and 230-ish maybe at most.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's still pretty good. I want to say, depending on the day or whatever, I'm getting anywhere from 275 to 350 grams a day.
That's good.
And that's plenty for me, honestly. That's great for me. I mean, if I were trying to get bigger and heavier, I would definitely go up, but I don't want to get bigger or heavier. I'm good where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Well, you could always add in, like, get real crazy, add in a second meal, for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done so before. Actually, and I tell you what that meal is. It's usually 6 to 12 eggs, whole eggs, but I drink them. I don't cook them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My stomach could only handle that for so long before it would be a problem.
Yeah. See, I figured this is another one of those life hacks I figured out with food intake.
Okay.
Like eating eggs has always given me indigestion, some kind of indigestion, whether it's like burp, or like that acid reflux. Yeah. Whatever it is, I get something if it's a cooked egg. Huh. And just, a while back, I think we talked about this in episode 400 something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck this. I'm not cooking these anymore. I'm just going to drink them, see what happens. Because honestly, I did that for a long time when I was like 19, 20, 21. Never got sick, never had salmonella.
Like we learned that from Rocky. Rocky taught us that.
I mean, the TV taught us how to do that. TV doesn't lie. Yeah. TV would never lie to us.
I learned everything I know from TV,
Yeah, we're brilliant now. So I just started drinking the eggs. Boom. No more issues. Yeah. No more issues. Huh. Yeah, and not just that, like my skin cleared up everywhere.
Really?
Like my hair, what's left of my hair was really shiny.
Okay.
And, and things like even my hair and my skin were like growing, almost like a growth hormone type effect,
Yeah.
Huh. But just like that, and no more digestive stuff, no more. And I will tell you what, when you drink your eggs, at least when I drink my eggs, I am so satiated. I don't know if it's the quality of the fats and the quality of the proteins together, making a nice, nice cohesive meal for you or whatever. But I get so satiated, I go hours and hours without feeling any hunger at all.
No kidding.
Again, yeah, that's like, maybe 72 grams of protein and roughly the same amount of fat too at the same time, So it's not exactly like a low calorie meal or anything. It's just carb free.
No. Yeah, no, that's a lot of fat. If you're getting 5 grams of fat per egg yolk, that's a good amount.
I don't even count it. I'm just like, it's egg yolk. It's not fat. It's
liquid. It's liquid. Liquid doesn't count.
Yeah. It's just protein. The whole thing's a protein egg. There's no fat in it. It's fine.
What about any kind of supplements? You taking anything?
You know what? Old tried and true liver tablets.
You back to the liver tablets. So Vijay, you're basically living in like 1973 right now. You realize that, right? You're doing 2-a-day training. You're drinking a dozen eggs. Like, are you Vince Garanda or something? You know what I mean? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, my diet plan was written out by Franco Columbu 40 years ago.
Yeah, he was like, try this, kid. Literally, like, drink a gallon of milk a day. Drink 12 egg whites.
Don't cook your eggs. Don't cook the eggs. Just drink the eggs. No cook.
It was good. Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So, so lots going on with training and diet, isn't it? Huh? Lots catching up over there. So,
yeah. So, gear wise, what about supplementation? Like real supplements? The real supplements, the real gasoline. I found out, and I think we talked about this maybe on episode, I don't know, mid 500s somewhere. Yeah, I was like 572. I know what you're going to say. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that specifically 572. Yeah. And I found out what works for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And this is the game that we're in. You got to figure out what works for you. Your metabolism, your supplement metabolism, your drug metabolism is individual. It's not the same like everybody else's.
Yeah.
You can't put half-lives to every single person. It's not going to work all the time. There's too many hyper responders. There's too many non-responders. There's too many people that need a lot more than what they think they need in order to keep a nice stable bloodline, a stable blood level of testosterone or whatever else. So I figured out for me is, I won't go into details about milligrams and stuff, but I will tell you I need daily testosterone.
Okay.
Because, and I figured out, we're like back in like the early years of BNR. God, almost 10 years ago. I was trying to figure out like the dosage for testosterone. I was with TRT doctors. We try all these different things, and I was always like, I'm always at a heavy estrogen turnover. I've got take one shot a week. And I spend fucking 5 or 6 days trying to chase down all the side effects that I don't want. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I found a place where I have no side effects. I don't got to take no AI. I don't got to take no Novaldex. I don't got to do any of that shit, because the way that I found that my body works in particular is that it destroys a lot of drugs that go in. just destroys it. So
it turns into things you don't like.
It'll just use what it wants and destroys the rest of it. And then just like that, my HPTA will just kick back on, and that's where I get all the side effects from, all that high estrogen and stuff. So if I can keep a blood level that's stable, and that takes daily administration for me, at least 100 milligrams daily administration, at least. Yeah. So, I mean, that's I won't go into numbers and stuff, but this is
what you kind of did, because I can do math.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But that said,
man, I will say it's higher than that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, is using things in a traditional way years ago, you would not have been able to handle that. If we were to say, hey, Vij, take that same dosing and split that up into 2 shots per week. You would not do well. We know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't. No, it needs to be a daily thing for me. Otherwise, there's no keeping that. Like my HPTA just wants to kick right back on, no matter what, and that's where all my side effects come from personally. It's not if I really were an estrogen like just like hyper turnover type person, these doses that I'd be using would be making me crazy on estrogen right now. You know, I'd be using all kinds of AI. Nothing.
What do you mean your HPTA kicks back on?
Like, okay, so if I were to do like say 250 milligrams once a week, I'd feel good for that. I'd feel good that day, and I'd feel half as good the next day, and then I'd feel like shit the rest of the week until the next shot. So what's happening for me is that my body is like, all right, we're done with this. We're half-lives can go to hell because we're going to kick back on and try to produce our own testosterone again. Okay. And that's where all my side effects come from. You know, it's like the high estrogens, your body turns on its own forces to produce testosterone. As a result, estrogen goes up too, you know, and then you get this whole domino effect of chasing down side effects. Yeah. That I just assume that that's my body's response to this drug, as far as like just destroying it all and just trying to start anew. You know what I mean? Because if I were to take like Tescipionate and they say, oh, it's got an 8-day half-life, no problem. No, it is a problem because in 24 hours I'm going to have a whole lot of problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that line of thinking and listening to like the pharmacopoeia of things. Yeah. That doesn't work for me. It's simply, I can't use those numbers. It don't work for me.
So let me ask you this then. If you were to say bring it down to like real TRT doses, if you were to say take whatever, let's call it 12 milligrams a day, would you still have like a good healthy? No, you wouldn't have a
no. I would get nothing from it except maybe side effects. Honestly, I get nothing from it. Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
It's funny because, you know, for anybody who hasn't seen the last, 700 episodes, you had always been like, you were a natural competitor for years. Yep. And it's funny because our thought is always, oh, Vij was natural and now he's going to gear. Now, like 1 + 1, this is going to equal 3. You know, like Vij is going to just explode because now he's starting gear, and it didn't pan out that way for you. You know,
no. I am not a hyper responder. I've known dozens, hundreds of bodybuilders that can take minimal stuff, once a week or twice a week, and just explode on it, never having any weird side effects, never needing an AI, that sort of thing. Because their bodies are just attuned to be able to accept that stuff, like, you know, a super Formula One machine of some kind. You know what I mean? Yeah. I am not a hyper responder at all. My body likes to destroy drugs. That's what it likes to do. So it needs a constant uptake daily. Huh. And I think there's a lot of people that are actually like this, man. I think you'll run into people who are like, yeah, I used this and this was my dose, and it just didn't do anything at all. You know, it's probably just like, well, you probably just need to take a lot more than you think you do, you know, to get to anything that you're hoping to get to anyways.
Yeah, because I could remember, like, if you were having all of the issues you had with TRT, it would be a big jump to say, oh, well, maybe you just need to take like 10 times this amount. You know what I mean? You think, oh, God, no, there'd be like 10 times the problems, you know?
Yeah, right. That's what you would think. That's what I thought, too, which is why I never even tried it. And then one day I was just like, you know what? I feel good for one fucking day. This is not worth TRT for me. Yeah. You know, I spend one day feeling good and 6 days feeling like shit. What's the point? So I was like, I'm just going to do it every other day and see how that works out. What I found was on those days, I felt pretty damn good. And the days between, not so good, you know? And I would have to reach for that AI, or I'd have to think about, holy shit, oh, my titties. What's happening? You know, something's happening. It must be estrogen or something. But then I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, how about if I do every day? We'll start low and go up from there and try to find the best way, you know? And I found that's how I figured it out, you know? And that's just the way it's going to be for me. I'm not going to be one of those guys that can do one shot of 400 milligrams a week of test and, you know, be one of the better bodybuilders out there. You know, it's just not going to happen. That's not how my body works. Yeah. You know? Well, I think there's a lot of people like that.
I think that my hormonal stuff is a lot more boring than yours then. I'm around like 200 tests, maybe 300 if I take my shot a little bit earlier. I forget to take it, honestly. Like, I'll forget to take it. I'm like, what day did I take it last week? I think it was Wednesday, and now it's Thursday. Okay, I'm going to take it today. And then I go, oh shit, it's Saturday, and I forgot to take that test that I was going to take that other day.
Boy, I honestly wish I could be like that. I do. I mean, daily administration is not the funnest, but it's part of, if you want to play this game, that's what I have to do. If I'm going to do once a week, it's just not going to work. You might as well not do it at all for me. But for a guy like you can, those half-lives are very true for a guy like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works okay. It works okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will get into that habit of like every 5 days instead of every 7 days, and then I think so my weekly dose kind of goes up at that point. But then the D-ball, and it's only the injectable. Remember how many issues I've had with oral D-ball, Vij?
Oh yeah.
Even 10 milligrams, like after a few days, it just kills my appetite. So I'm finding the injectable maybe 3 times a week, not every workout, but close to it. And I just take a small amount, like 10. Maybe if I'm going real crazy, I'll be like, I'm going to do 25 today. And I try to take it hour before I train, but I might even take it like 2 hours before I train. So
yeah, that's good. I still think an hour or 2 hours is plenty. You get a nice peak with a D-ball or Anadrol or
sometimes I forget, and then I take it like literally right before I train, and it still works. Like I can tell by the time I'm done training, it's like the pumps were still there.
Yep. In about 15 to 20 minutes, you can tell. You're like, oh, I must be on something.
Yeah. The only thing I have to watch with that is that my estrogen will start getting a little bit high, I noticed. So I might have to take like a little bit of a Rimidex every few days just to kind of bring that back down, like between shots kind of thing,
Yeah. I'm so glad I don't got to fuck with a Rimidex no more, or Aromacin, or I got to chase down estrogen side effects. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah. I'm doing all right overall, though. And it's just like a little you know what it is, man? It feels like you like the pumps, you have a good workout, and then that encourages you to do it again. You're like, I want to do this again tomorrow.
It's fun, and it becomes part of the ritual too. Plus, like we were talking earlier, if something's fun in the gym, that's when you're going to feel your best and do your best. So you're going to keep doing the stuff that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. If we were to ask you to do some training you really didn't like, I doubt that you would be able to keep up with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want to go to the gym every day. You'd be like, I got better things to do. Play my guitars.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Hey, speaking of not going to the gym, what do you think of Winstrol? The reason why I'm making that segue is because, man, I've noticed that if I use too much Winstrol, I like lose a drive. I lose the drive to like want to go to the gym. I get really sleepy. Like I could just fall asleep like right now if I wanted to.
Okay, so I haven't talked
above
about
a
this
certain
much.
dose.
I haven't talked about this much, but it would be like my third cycle. We'll call it like third and a half cycle.
Okay,
not really it would be after cycle 3, before cycle 4. So cycle 3.5. I had these Winstrol capsules. They were 50 milligrams, and I ran out of test. And I was like, so I was going to start my PCT, and I was like, you know what? I want to keep going for a little longer, and I want to like cut up. So I've got these Winstrol caps. I have no more test. I'll just take a cap a day for the next, 4 weeks. And a couple weeks into that, man, my test was real low, and I was training, and it was not fun anymore. And I felt very down. Obviously I had no estrogen and testosterone in my body anymore, so that probably didn't, help matters. But that's the only time.
Now your DHT was being replaced by a foreign compound stenosa.
Yeah. So that's my only experience that I could relate to on that. But what's going on with you?
Gotcha. Well, that's what I've noticed. And if I go above, I've got my capsules are 25 or 20. Tablets are 20. Okay. But I was going I tried like 50 milligrams, because that's what you read on the internet, and the internet never lies to you about stuff. No. So I tried that right out the gate, and I was like, within 2 or 3 days, I was like really tired. Motivation to like go train. I would still train anyways. Yeah. But like I almost like I was like, I don't think I want to be here. Like I'd rather be taking a nap or something,
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very. I looked on professionalmuscle.com on their forums, just to see if anybody else. Yeah. Shout out to Lats. Bunch of guys on there, just to see if anybody had, similar reactions to like a Winstrol. And it's true. There's a bunch of people on there who are like, really? Yeah, that stuff. If I take, 50 milligrams or more, I lose motivation. I get really tired. And I was like, shit, I was getting that. Also, I was getting a bunch of acne on my shoulders and stuff.
Oh, that's no good.
From that. Yeah, so I cut it back to 20 milligrams and no more tired. Still feel good. Motivation to the gym is fine. And no acne, so that's good. But yeah, the pumps are great, man. I'm a fan. I never got into Winstrol before, but I'm a big fan now. At low dose. It's got to be a low dose.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for contest prep specifically.
Yeah.
It's such a, like, just a dry, gnarly look that you can get in the muscle. And you can get it quickly. Like 3 weeks is enough time to show a difference. Yeah. And usually it's, for me, it's like kind of like one of those icing on the cake things. So it's not like a long-term thing, but I'll put it in like 4 weeks out. And we always come in drier and harder with it. Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard it time and time again. I read it on the forums time and time again. I've never noticed it for myself, but probably I'm too fat. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's that, you know. Yeah, if you aren't lean enough to really see it.
And I'm still pretty lean. Like I don't know what my percentage is, but I mean, I'm lean enough to see all my quads, veins in my legs, veins in my stomach and stuff. But I still don't know what that Winstrol look is. You know, never really experienced it, I suppose. But yeah. maybe I gotta get really lean and figure it out. Doesn't sound fun though, you know.
Yeah. So we did a podcast, Scott Stevenson and I, a month or 6 weeks ago. Yeah,
I remember that.
So. Yeah. So Winstrol turned out to be one of the more anabolic muscle growing compounds, which obviously mostly we're in a diet when we're using it, and it might not be ideal for like strength lifters, you know, to be taking a bunch of Winnie. But I haven't really seen it in my own life or with people I've worked with, because we're taking it right at the end of a contest prep. But I thought that was fascinating to think that it could be such like a good muscle builder. Really muscle.
Yeah, it's like completely anabolic. It's got almost no androgenicity to it at all. It's a pretty neat compound. I found, like, in doing a lot of research on it, and like historically when people have used it, more people will like tear their shit on Winstrol than anybody else. Yeah, and I'm sure it has something to do with the collagen synthesis and the way that the collagen gets put down, forms scar tissue or something. Whatever it is, there's been professional powerlifters, wrestlers. There's, you know, all kinds of athletes that always claim that they've torn stuff, and the one thing they've had in common was Winstrol.
Yeah. My joints would get real dry anything after 8 weeks. And I could just feel it. And it'll be like everything, elbows, wrists, knees. Yeah. It's not fun.
Yeah. I mean, I felt that within days at 50 milligrams.
Oh, really?
I was just like, yeah. Between that and the acne and like the fucking narcolepsy, I was like, I can't use this stuff. I get cut it in half and see how it goes. And I cut it in half. I like it. Okay. I like it at low dose. Yeah, 20 milligrams.
Nice. I wouldn't mind doing a little something more at some point. Now that I'm kind of like getting into the groove, so I don't know what that would be, but maybe like old school, like little deca for the joints, kind of. You know what I mean? Like just feel good, get some more water weight on, and get a little stronger. I could see something along those lines, maybe.
Yeah. You know what I like? And this has been part of my discovery process too. But EQ.
Yeah.
EQ plus test. EQ literally does what it says it does. You know, EQ is equipoise, which is, when you translate it, has nothing to do with horses, has everything to do with the balance. Equal. Okay. EQ, the balance. And when I take that with test, boy, there's a balance, and it is really good.
That was my main grow compound. You know, that and test, obviously. But that was my go-to, man, was... Yeah, my best cycles were test, EQ, and then maybe a little MPP in there too. Yeah. So right now I'm totally digging test with EQ. In fact, I don't think I'll ever use test without EQ ever again. I don't think there's any no way. It's only ever helped, made me feel better. Side effects out the door, even slows like the whole hair loss thing too. For me personally. Okay. Yeah. No. So between that and probably the Winstrol doesn't help the hair loss, but I haven't noticed it get worse since trying. Plus, it's only 20 milligrams. I don't know if that's enough to do that or not, you know? Yeah. Wait, what is the Winstrol is? 20? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And how much EQ are we talking ballpark? I like to do about 100 milligrams at least a day too. Okay. So I like, when I first tried EQ, it was maybe like cycle 4 or 5, somewhere in there. And I was thinking like, well, I took DECA and I came off between cycles. And I was like, it was really hard to recover from the DECA. So why don't I try this EQ stuff? It's supposed to be another, like, little bit of a drier version of DECA was what I read online, right? So I learned about it. I take it, and I took the same amount, 400 milligrams. And I was like, man, I didn't get anything off this. And I swore I was never going to do it again. And then finally come back around several years later after I've done everything 100 times. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it again, but this time I'm going to go with 800 and really give it a fair shake at a high dose. And when I did that, that was when I moved up from middleweight to light heavy that year.
Nice. I'm a fan, man. With that hormone, you got to realize that it's like you have to take enough of it, and that can be a little more difficult to do because it's like almost 40% ester weight. You know what I mean? So it's like between 35 to 40% ester weight. You take a 300 milligram shot of EQ, you're really only getting like 170 milligrams. Yeah. So
is that how long the ester is in that? Huh? I mean, it makes sense. It's a long ester, so.
That's what they say, undeclinoate. So it's just a heavy. It's like the very long chain ester.
Yeah.
So the weight of that 300 milligram shot, like 35%, 40% is just ester weight.
Yeah. I guess I never thought about it with EQ. I think about it with other compounds, but I never thought about it specifically with EQ. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it though, man. It brings a nice balance, just like it says it will. I haven't noticed like muscle growth out of it, but it takes the edge off the test really well.
Yeah. And some people
gets rid of it.
Some people are finding that they're getting like a AI effect from EQ. I'm seeing.
Some people do. Yeah. I've read that online too, on Pro Muscle for sure. A lot of people say that. They even have blood work to kind of prove it, like, EQ crashed me or Primo crashed me, It's like, it's either one or the other. It seems to be crashing them, but I haven't noticed nothing, man.
Yeah.
I am not an estrogen water bag like I thought I was. So there's that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's helping. I wonder if that's part of your equalness that you're creating.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The equal shot, the equipoise. Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
I would like to get sponsored by Equipoise if they could do that.
Yeah. We'll make a phone call to 1983 and be like, "Hey, Squib, what do you think about podcasts?"
Yeah. Use code NERDS. Yes.
Yeah. They'd be down for it. Yes. Hey, let's talk actual supplements. I think we got actual supplement reviews now.
Oh, yeah. Supplement review time.
Yeah, supplement review time.
I don't feel like we hadn't done one of these in a while. Supplement review.
Yeah. It feels like almost years, almost.
You kind of does.
Not sure.
Kind of does. I brought something really special, and I think after today, Vij, you are gonna try these. It's hard to not like these things.
Well, what am I gonna do? Add it to my one meal a day? Huh?
This would be an afternoon snack. It's like a dessert, basically. These are the Barbell protein bars, and these things are so popular. They even have them at Meijer grocery store. They have them at Walmart. I buy them just on Amazon, and they're the same price. So this one has like peanuts in it. This other one, and I have one that's almost eaten here. So this is one of the, you can see the bar itself. It's just like, it's basically like a chocolate bar with nougat. Let me see if I can. Let's see if we can. There we go.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's like a chocolate bar with nougat, man. And it's got like real. Oh, come on, let's try that again. Hold on. There we go. Real. Oh, it didn't pull. I was looking for like the caramel pull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so damn good. And here's what we're looking at. So you get 10 grams of fat in this bar. You get 21 carbs, 5 fiber, 9 sugar alcohols, and 2 sugars, and you get 16 grams of protein. Now, with the other bar, the one with the nuts, the peanuts in it, sorry, I took a bite. I shouldn't have done that.
You're right.
It's really good, though, man. I had to.
Sometimes you got to do it right away, to get a good, fresh take on why you think you like these things.
Yeah. So this one is 18 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. So it's not like a health bar. This is not a diet bar per se,
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
But you get 20 grams of protein, so I call it a protein bar, and I call it fucking good, man. You get them at everywhere. You get them at, Vitamin Shop. They have just cases of these things sitting out waiting for you. I like this one. If I had to pick one, I would pick the soft protein bar salted peanut caramel. That's my jam right there.
Those are good flavors. What's the protein sources in them?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see here. Yeah, I got to do some reading. Whey protein from concentrate and hydrolysate.
Oh, okay. Well, they've got some. I mean, that's fine. Those are pretty good protein sources, you know.
And then it also has hydrolyzed bovine collagen.
Yeah, that's fine too.
And then from there it goes into the other ingredients, roasted peanuts, stuff like that. So they're pretty basic, you know. I mean, it's a protein bar. So the way I see it, like, bars are not going to be like a perfect food source, you know what I mean? But as far as like, hey, I'm going to eat a protein bar, like a snack, it's a fun snack, man. You feel like you're eating a Snickers bar every time. You
know how you make that better? With a couple of cups of Fairlife whole milk. Wash it down with that stuff. It's now, like you're eating golden Oreos and milk. Come on. Who doesn't like Oreos and milk? You know?
Listen, if you had a cup of that Fairlife milk and you had this bar that has 20 grams of protein in it, like that would be a legit meal.
35 grams of protein. Yeah, that's a good meal right there. I mean, 35 grams of protein-ish, you know?
Yeah, not bad for like a retired bodybuilder, you know? If you're if you're trying to get your pro card, maybe you need something different, but yeah.
Yeah, probably no protein bars if you're trying to go that route. Yeah. Or Fairlife whole milk for that matter.
Yeah.
You're on that chicken and rice plan only. Ugh.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck all that. I'm glad that's over.
Yeah. How much chicken do you think you've eaten in your lifetime? How many chickens do you think you've consumed?
Oh God. I don't know.
You could probably fill a room, you know, a house with those chickens.
Probably. Yeah. A 7,000 square foot house, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I got. That's my protein. That's my supplement review for the day. Try them, guys.
Those are cool, man.
They're good.
Yeah. And you can get them at Meijer, huh? I haven't heard of Meijer in a long while. Miss Meijer.
Yeah. They're a good store. And we have a cookie jar in the kitchen, and I just have the cookie jar stuffed with these things. So I go up there when I need one and pop the jar open, and there.
Yeah, it's like it's a jar full of healthy snacks, kind of. It's more healthy than cookies.
Yeah, more protein. We'll say more protein than cookies.
Yeah,
they're good.
But how you can make you can make cookies pretty healthy if you just slam it with some Fairlife whole milk, though. All of a sudden, you've got a really good meal, just like that.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get like 40 grams of protein, and you get some sugar. It's not much, you know.
Yeah. Incidental cookie sugars. They don't count.
Just go do a couple workouts. You'll be fine. You know?
2 workouts a day. Yeah.
Blow it up.
What do you got for us?
I actually, it's my wife. My wife got, she's just now getting into TrueNutrition.com. Can you believe this? After so many years together and so many years of being in bodybuilding, I mean, True Nutrition has been around for like fucking 30 years. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, we got I've got her on it because she's having trouble with like artificial sweeteners and breakouts and stuff. Like Splenda. Yeah. Splenda doesn't do well with her. She doesn't like the aspartame stuff. So you got to look for True Nutrition. You can have Splenda, you can have aspartame, you can have stevia. You know, you can add whatever you want. True Nutrition's awesome. You can make your own concoction. So I kind of developed a couple of different concoctions for her. Both of them are whey isolate and milk protein isolates. Or actually it's casein. Okay. So we put those two together. Oh, that makes a nice protein blend. You know what I mean? Because if it's all whey isolate, it's just really watery. You know what I mean?
It burns through you so fast too, you know?
And it burns through you so fast, but it also tastes like swamp water, you know?
Yeah.
It's just really, really light, you know? There's nothing to it. At least with the casein, it's got some substance, you know?
Yeah. And that's the beauty, I think, of a good, if you want like a quick isolate, you know, it's like, I want it in and out of my stomach and be able to eat my meal 30 minutes later or whatever, you know, good, more power to you. But if you're making like a meal replacement out of it, I would want something more dense, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of what she was looking for. So those are great proteins together. So it's a 50-50 blend, and it's sweetened with stevia instead of the other stuff.
Okay.
And she's loving it, and she's really excited about it. We got one flavor was the cafe latte.
Oh flavor, yeah, that's a good one.
Which it's really good. It is really good. And the other one was just like a regular generic French vanilla or whatever. But
Okay.
she loves that. She loves that too. And you know how you can make True Nutrition taste a whole lot better?
How's that? Put cookies in it?
Fairlife whole milk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, man, it's the cure-all. It's like Robitussin. You can use it with everything. It's going to taste good.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that working good for her. I feel like True Nutrition has kind of shifted their marketing too, so that people recognize like, hey, if you don't eat animal protein, you can find products here. We have like their pea isolate or whatever, you know, or if you don't tolerate sweeteners, you can customize it like you guys are. I think that's a great plan.
Yeah, I mean, they're a hell of a company. I mean, they're the best in the business, really. I can't think of anyone better in the protein business. They've got something for everybody over there, and honestly, the flavors have only ever gotten better since we were going at it like 10, 15 years ago. You know? I
like the marshmallow treat flavor is one of mine.
Oh,
and then the other one is the chocolate peanut butter cup. Those are the two that I get.
Okay, I was thinking about getting that one for her next time. She did say something about that one. I was like, nah, stick with the easy stuff first. You don't know what you're getting into with that other stuff. But
yeah, those two are good. The marshmallow treat is a very sweet protein. And sometimes it's, so my last shake of the day, I told you I do like 75 grams. I'll take 2 scoops of Beverly International UMP, which you introduced me to. And,
wise choice.
And then I'll use 1 scoop of whey isolate from True Nutrition just to bump it up to 75. And I'll use that marshmallow treat. Or actually right now I have a bag of unflavored, which was an accident. I actually accidentally ordered it without adding a flavor. My bad. But it takes on the flavor of the other stuff, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not bad. If you mix it into other stuff, it's not bad. Even on its own, it's really not bad. It's fine. Yeah, it's not like the old protein that tasted like, it was like just like clumpy and flour like, you know. Oh my God, yeah. I had a nightmare the other night that I had to eat that stuff, and I don't know why. Did you really? Like I was transported back to like 93, and that was the only protein available. I was like, oh God, what happened? Where am I? What is this place?
Well, why am I sense? Yeah. It would only make sense if that's what you were using was like some of the Weeder protein powders to go along with your liver tabs, your 2-time a day workouts, and your gallon of milk a day diet. So that would work. I could see that. It
was milk and whole eggs and Weeder Dynamic Muscle Builder.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, she's loving it. And you know what? 1 scoop of that concoction is like 25 grams of protein. So.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's a little female. She doesn't need to be slamming 75 grams of protein or anything, unless she wants to. You can if you want to, but that fits her macros quite nice.
Yes. You know? Yeah, and her goals. You know, that's
and her
that
goals.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, hey, you know, hats off to TrueNutrition.com. Always, again, like I think this is maybe the 1,000th time we were talking about them in the last 10 years.
Yes, use code THINK, guys. True Nutrition.
They
already knew that. They already knew.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Scott McNally, what else do we have going on the first half over here? What do you think?
I think that was it, wasn't it? I think we had that, and then we had our then we're gonna do some bodybuilding content reviews, basically. Right?
All right, cool. All right, well, why don't we take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we'll talk shit about all the other bodybuilding content on the internet.
Puri isn't finished until he lifts 1 ounce of the 47 vitamins, minerals, enzymes, carbohydrates, and amino acids that help make his workouts work. Dynamic Muscle Builder. Get $10 in coupons and a free magazine with Dynamic Muscle Builder from Weeder, America's total fitness company.
One of the common questions we get asked by you guys is, what would you do differently with your bodybuilding if you could go back in time? Given all the experience and education I have today, there's a number of things that I would have done differently. One of them is that I would have started using collagen sooner. Collagen is one of the few supplements that will actually rebuild connective tissue. It took me tearing my supraspinatus in 2021 to get with the program. I use True Nutrition's hydrolyzed beef collagen. I get the unflavored version. I pay for it myself just like you guys do. I use 20 grams a day, mix it into my coffee. It's totally unflavored. You don't even taste it. Plus, I use 10 grams of their micronized creatine. Creatine has been shown to
to improve brain health, especially for the aging brain. I need that. And of course, we've always known about the muscle building effects. So this is my morning routine every day, and I'm encouraging you guys to do the same. Use our code THINK for savings. Plus, it's the only way for them to know that this advertising is being heard. Otherwise, they just think you're some random dude that clicked on an ad.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
And we are back from commercial break. And I think we're gonna get into some bodybuilding stuff here. We used to do a lot of podcasts and stuff, but that was 10 years ago when podcasts were like pretty new.
Yeah, there was like 4 bodybuilding podcasts when we did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was easy to cover 5 or 6 shows. That's fun to do. But now there's a good couple 900,000 out there.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. So we got to change the format a little bit. We got something pretty fun. We're gonna look at some bodybuilding content and just pick it apart and talk a lot of shit.
Well, basically, we're going to look at our favorite people. We're going to look at some fun stuff. Yeah. We've got some new stuff. We got some old stuff. Who is this guy?
So
yeah.
I was just saying, like, go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. I think we're going into Fazi right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're obviously you create a shit ton of bodybuilding content on your own, Yeah. So what kind of stuff are you typically looking at when it's not your own? You know what I mean? But what do you go to for you personally?
I'll be honest, most of the time it's not bodybuilding related content that I end up watching.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah. Like that's the truth anymore because I spend so much time watching it. But if I do, I know we're going to look at Ivan's stuff. I like him. Yep. I think he's a character too. He can be really funny sometimes.
I love that. I love his channel. Ivan Bodybuilding is the channel on YouTube. Yeah. And he's great.
Let's go there first then. Let's start there.
Okay.
And I know we've got some old stuff too. Let's see what we've got though. So here's Ivan here.
Ivan, there you go. I like Ivan's page. I've been following it for probably a couple years now because he gives some really good content on like when the shows come out, and he goes over like the placings and stuff, and he goes over like how these guys are looking into the show and picks them apart and picks his favorites. Yeah, he's a good. I like his content a lot, man. He's one of the better ones out there for sure.
And he's cranking it out too, like every other day or every day. He's got new videos out. So
and then around the big bodybuilding shows, like he'll pump out a couple a day sometimes. Even
that's crazy.
Like right after prejudging, Ivan Bodybuilding show comes right up, and then right after the finals, another show.
Like his own title, he won it last year.
Oh, Krizo.
Yeah, I clicked on this one. Krizo looks crazy ahead of Spain.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tricky this year. It's gonna be very.
He looks good, man.
I like Krizo, man. I like him. I like him a lot. I even like how pasty white he is. I think he's great.
It speaks to like being European. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just a big Russian bodybuilder. You don't expect what else are you expecting? Huge fucking arms and pasty white skin.
Yeah. What else would you expect? So let's see. What's this here?
I believe this was his absolute best ever. You can also see Jose Manuel
last year
next to Krizo here, who actually moved to Classic Physique this year. And
dude, look at the guy right next to Krizo. He is awesome. Look at those hamstrings.
Oh yeah, incredible. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Some like 23-year-old kid or 24-year-old kid. Jose Manuel, I think.
Okay.
He's not even competing in bodybuilding anymore. He's doing classic now. He switched over, I guess.
That doesn't make sense to me. He looks like a bodybuilder.
I know. Look at him. I mean, look like the depth of his hamstrings and the depth of his back. I mean, he's hanging with Krizo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just that front double, his arms and shoulders, everything up top, and just such a big frame. He looks so nutty.
And he doesn't have a wide waist. Actually, his waist is actually quite small. The problem is his obliques are kind of big.
Yeah, I could see that.
And so it kind of messes up his V taper a little bit. But I mean, he brings that 90s conditioning, dude. Like,
look at that hang on the hamstring.
Yeah. He just gets gnarly 90s shredded. I love it. I think it's a great look for him. Yeah. Here it goes. Yeah. And like it's not the craziest back double, but it's so detailed and so has so many nice bells and whistles. Yeah, it's just like it harkens back to like, the late 90s, early 90s. So really good look.
Yeah,
Really
nothing
good
on him
and
seems
also,
like super weak either. Like his back maybe isn't his strongest point, but like I still don't think Nagy has a bad back. His back still looks fantastic.
No,
you know
I don't
what
think he's got bad anything. I think he's got small glutes, but who fucking cares? It's not a glute show, you know?
They still get peeled, you know?
Yeah, and he's peeled. His little glutes are peeled, and he has a little head. It makes everything look bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got the Nick Walker effect, we can call that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, he's great. I'm a fan of Krizo. I think that's the next show might be coming up is the Empro Classic in Spain. I don't know.
I think
but
so.
He'll be he is competing there. A couple of good guys are competing there. I think. I know, this video can tell you about it.
Kuba's going to be there too.
No shit. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see what Ivan says here.
Krizo has that clean, that separated, that untouched look, and that's why I like his physique so much. Sure, I would like to see him make more progress, especially in the glutes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was just talking about
he
that.
Improved a lot from this show. This was 1 year ago. I think he did a much better job at the Mr. Olympia and then at the Prague Pro as well. I think this year he's going to be much better in terms of like presentation and also complete development. I think his glutes are better now. His back is also deeper. I think he's just overall much better. Will he be able to bring this kind of conditioning though? I don't know. This was really
He will.
This was really freaking
I mean,
this was next level.
I liked his look at the Olympia too. I thought his Olympia look was like, I thought it was great. He placed 7th.
Yeah. I like this guy overall. I don't feel like I've paid enough attention to him. I feel like he gets a lot of play from our listeners. I know a lot of the listeners have talked a lot about him, and it makes sense. He's not like he doesn't strike me as the prettiest physique overall. No, you know what I mean. No. And I think you know what he is. What's that?
He's a Rolly, is what he is.
You think so, huh?
He's just got the arms, the little head. He's got everything going. Like there's no Rolly's not here anymore. We have Krizo now.
I could see that. I feel like he's a more aesthetic version, of Rolly for sure.
I would say so too.
With that waist, and I see what you mean too. Like if he could bring the obliques in there, that would change his entire waist if that's even possible.
Because you can see where his actual hips are, where like his tights are hanging on his hips, and then you can see like the bulging obliques. But that's a genetic, it's 100% genetic. What are you gonna do? Shave your obliques off? You can't do that.
What do we got here?
Samson Dauda update.
I know. I already talked about him yesterday, but he posted this physique update from the back. He's showing us his back progress, and when I saw this, I was like, wow, like how much progress is this guy making everywhere, especially in his weakest body part, his back. When I saw this, I was like, does he really even need to improve this back anymore?
He's better for sure.
Basically maxed out.
Check out this spot. Genetics? His lat spread's good. His real lat spread. Check this out. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just even standing there relaxed, he's like super bubbly in the back now.
Yeah, this thing about Samson, I think it's his posing or the tie-in or the tie-ins of the lats, in the Terry's major, Terry's minor. When he's standing there is really impressive, but then he goes into the back double and it kind of washes away, disappears.
Yeah. I've seen that happen in that pose. You kind of like stretch the muscle out and it doesn't have that same
pop.
Density.
It just kind of it just doesn't even hang or anything. It just doesn't look I don't know what it is, man. It's because all the mass is there. It's clearly a genetic thing in that back double. It might be a posing thing too. We don't 100% know, but for a guy to have lats like that and that kind of thickness just standing there, you would think his back double would just be outrageous,
Yeah. Oh, I think we're going to Akeem. Oh no, Keon. We got Keon here.
Keon. Yeah, Keon.
There we
go. This is his last update, I think, before he gets ready for his prep, I guess.
Okay.
Big, very complete, very round, and I do still think he is most likely going to defend his title. I don't see Sean Clarida beating this guy. I mean, this guy is just simply much bigger, much wider.
I love Sean,
has a lot
but I think he's right.
And a more aesthetic and more classic type of look.
Yeah.
Is definitely a help.
I mean, I think when you see Sean on stage, though, it's hard to argue with just how complete he is, how packed full of muscle he is. and how
He's so
nasty
freaky.
he is. And we know that he's going to bring the same conditioning every freaking time. You know, that's the one thing about him. So
yeah, I think at the last Olympia, I think he just held a little too much weight in his midsection, and they just, I mean, look at Keon's midsection. You know, there's nothing to it. That's a huge deterrent to someone's detractor from someone's front double and stuff. So
yeah, especially nowadays.
I think Sean. Yeah, and Sean can definitely bring his midsection down a little bit, but I mean, that's some fucking crazy stuff to contend with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. From the front and the back, you know, waist wise. Yeah. And it's not like Keon's small. He's obviously much bigger than Sean Clarita too. On top of that, Sean brings that gnarly, nasty conditioning though. Yeah. So that's I mean, if Keon slips with his conditioning, he could probably lose. That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
But with that structure, it's just so God-given, you know? It's like he just looks like a winner just standing there.
Yeah.
Completely. But right now, this is looking pretty phenomenal. And it's actually crazy to believe that this is only 26, 27 pounds.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Sure, he's shorter, but still, I would expect him to be like at least 240 right here. But no, 226 and a half, which is absolutely crazy for this look, for this size. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this, guys, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.
Yeah,
and bye-bye.
And bye-bye. That's great. Classic.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All the best, and bye-bye. Hey, guys, even here. He's great.
Yeah.
Good channel.
All right,
so you get a lot of nice stuff on that channel. I like it. I'm a big fan of Even Fitness.
Yeah, I am too. I want to get him on the podcast one day. Like if we did like some sort of like a contest review. It would be fun to bring him on and get his perspectives, you know, with a panel of some other guys.
Yeah. And even he's a hardworking bodybuilder himself, you know.
Oh yeah.
And he's also, you know, he takes clients, does his own coaching. He's got a keen eye for the conditioning for sure too. So he's a good guy to bring on just to you know, talk shit about, you know, with. That's just not about. Yeah.
But maybe about, who knows, see where it goes.
Oh, right? Yeah, you could talk shit about him too.
So you had
He's
this guy.
Tall.
Yeah, Fazi. I don't know Fazi Fitness.
So, yeah, Fazi Fitness, I think I've been following him for a long while too. He's a guy out of Pakistan or Middle East somewhere, but he sounds awfully Indian to me. Yeah. with his accent. And he makes me giggle a lot when he tried to pronounce this, you know, those typical words that are tough for Indian people to pronounce. But, yeah, click on his latest one. This dude puts out content twice a day, sometimes more than that. Like, unbelievable. This guy is just
one here.
He does this really well.
Is this a good one? Can Hunter crack top 5?
Sure, let's click on it. I want to see what Hunter looks like anyways.
All right.
Like, I wouldn't say I was like a Hunter fan, but it's hard not to be. This guy is a goddamn mutant, you know?
Yeah.
Especially with the wheels.
And welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness.
Fazi
So
Fitness.
let's start this video with Rubel
Look at this guy.
also known as Naxella, hitting some shots after going through a shoulder workout today. So Rubel's shoulders and the weight on them, that is going to be a major factor and one of the biggest variable on how balanced he looks at this upcoming Dubai Pro, which is happening in about 4 weeks time now. So I think we can all agree that the man has one of the biggest saddle wheels in the history of the sport.
Yeah, what do you think of Naxilla? We haven't talked about him.
I think he's great. I think he's dynamite, dude. I think he's ultra dangerous in any show he's coming into.
Yeah,
he brings really good conditioning, and he's a goddamn freak. Like, there's nobody with big legs who can stand next to him, literally.
Yeah, I just wonder about his overall shape, how that's gonna look. I want to see him in a high, like upper tier show to see how that compares. But like that shot right there, he doesn't look like weird to me. You know what I mean?
He just
neither does that. He looks like a little thick, but God, those legs they look like a different animal, you know?
And his abdominals are actually really good, you know? He doesn't have a pushed out belly or anything. It's like nice and flat, and he's got crazy, crazy muscle, man.
We talked about those calves. Like, just look at the calf for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, the way the quads just hang off him is kind of. I mean, we thought Rami was crazy. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, and the shape too. Like just in that through the arms, it's like he's not only legs. He looks good.
No, he's got all. He's got great back. He's got great biceps, great arms, thick pecs. I mean,
yeah. When I first saw him, I was like, man, I wonder about his back. I bet his back isn't as good. And then he turned around. And I was like, oh, I was wrong, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he does kind of look like he might be narrow, but he starts posing and his body just opens right up.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute here. We shall cut this again. I need to get the pro version. Here we go. Oh, here's Hunter.
Yeah. Here he is. I like Hunter, man. I know he's not like... He's like nobody else. You know what I mean? He's just... If there was a silhouette, I would know that was Hunter. You know?
Yeah, that's a really good point, isn't it? Oh, who's that, though? That's what I'm really interested in.
Oh. Oh, I want him.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, look at this guy's wheels, though. I mean, the back's not bad, but it's not great standing next to other Olympians, you know? But the wheels are so crazy on this guy. I would venture to call him a mutant before I'd call Nick Walker a mutant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
just the way, the wheels and the way that he's added fucking 40 pounds of muscle in the last 2 years, you know? It's just like, he does not stop growing. And, you know, honestly, if his head were smaller, he would place higher, I think. Because he would look that much bigger, you know?
I know what you mean. But he does have incredible shape. Like, he's got kind of like black guy shape to his muscle, you know?
He does. And the arms are fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's too bad that he tore his pec, you know? I think he tore both pecs, you know that? I think he might have. So he doesn't hit a lot of pec shots and stuff, but they're still pretty thick altogether.
Yeah. He looks great.
He's got to bring... Yeah, he's standing next to one of the best in the business, and he still doesn't look bad, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, he makes Samson look small here.
He looks freaking thick.
Yeah, he's like 300 pounds, you know, right there.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I don't see anything in that pec that makes me say like, oh, it's too bad. Let me see if I can pull that back. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna pause that on that if I can, right there. I missed the prime shot, right? But
that's okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can see, like, looking at his pecs, I'm not like, oh, man, that's a terrible pec. You know what I mean?
No. It's just that, you know, he doesn't, like, do, like, a bunch of crunch shots in his pecs. So I know you get those striations that ripple across. Because I think he's like, because he doesn't want to, you can see the tear pretty bad on the one side when he gets into it. Okay. On his left side.
Yeah. Thank God he has so many other good things going on, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's a great. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm definitely a fan.
Yeah. Who is this?
That is Beirut Tabani, out in Iran, I think. Yeah, Middle East somewhere. He's a good bodybuilder, dude. He brings in nasty, like hottie like conditioning.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Look at that. Watch when he hits the side shot. Watch when he boom hits that glute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, his glutes are always crazy shredded. The problem is with him, he's got no quad sweep, so he gets beaten a lot from the front. This is pretty cool. Him and Krizo standing next together here. But see, you don't take his pants off. He's like, you know, he's all upper body guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, great freaking shape, that lat. Lat width on him. Yeah.
Lat width, arms, you know, the back width, all of it. He's good, really good bodybuilder. Yeah. But here you'll see, like, when he hits like front shots, he's just got no depth to his quads, and
they don't from the flare. Side, quad looks great from that side, you know.
Yeah.
We're back to Krizo here, apparently.
Yeah. You can't get enough of front doubles from Krizo.
Yeah. If Barrows is able to win this thing, he's gonna solidify himself as a top 8 Olympia finisher, even though he hasn't been able to step on the Olympia stage just yet. So
see what about the quads? See that to the right of Samson?
Yeah. Let me pull that back. I want to see that again.
Yeah,
a little bit further there. There we go.
It's a good because Nathan Diash is like on his right, Samson's on his left, and Samson's got really great wheels.
He really does.
So you can see where it just kind of looks thin. You know what I mean?
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. I wonder if he could adjust posing in any way, if that would do anything differently for him, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just, you know, genetics just work against you.
Yeah. Everybody wants the big, thick, round legs, you know, and unfortunately, our legs aren't all shaped that way.
Well, he's just going to have to be an upper body guy. Here's Kareth Bajo with the 212s.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he brings it, dude. He's very complete. Yeah. 212 guys here. So the next round of show, no, we already did the Toronto Pro, didn't we? Yeah, that's right.
Yep, that just happened.
Yeah, that was good. I want to say there's another one coming up here. I think it's Dubai and then the Impro in Spain. I think one more also. But
yeah.
So still some good bodybuilding left in the season here,
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of time left. I like this guy. I haven't listened to him before. I'm gonna have to subscribe to Fazi.
Yeah, man, it's fun. Yeah. He can't pronounce his V's very well. So
that's okay. We can't all be good at everything, right?
That he considers everyone in the top 10 to be a threat to the title. Because anything can happen on the shoulder. But Keon does have a point. Carrot needs to earn the Olympia qualification first.
Look at Sean. He's so crazy gnarly.
Flex Lewis, the former 7x 212 Olympia champion, gives an update of his tricep tendon tear. So he is done with the surgery, and he has started training as well. Now, as great as Flex Lewis was, I think he was kinda lucky that a guy like Hadi Choopan wasn't able to compete against him in the 212 class. Hadi would have surely gotten the best of him, and that is exactly what Jake Cutler also said when he
did compete against him.
But that's
did he?
Yeah. Hadi did compete against him 2011 or 2012, I think, and it was overseas. And honestly, Hadi should have beat him, but Flex Lewis won that show. That's it. That's the show right there. That's the one.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez. Yeah, that totally. Yeah, Hadi looked freaking amazing. Man.
Yeah. Look how young he is.
Yeah.
They both are.
I got to hear what Fazi has to say about this.
Yeah.
And McNally in the last few years. And he also beat the winning Winstrol Olympia Derek Lunsford. But Derek wasn't even close to his personal best at that time. So all I am saying is that if a guy like Hadi Choopan was there to challenge Flex Lewis, maybe the number of titles that Flex won, they would have been less than 7. Now, as fans, we will always regret that we never got to see Flex Lewis compete in the men's open class.
Yeah.
And I think that might also be his biggest regret as well. Because the physique that he presented in the 212 class, especially in the last few years, that was a downsized, less muscular version of him. So who knows how he would have looked in the men's open bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Without any weight restrictions, without having to lose 8 tons of muscle to make the weight cut off. So
I think he was good overall, though. I think at the end of the day, he Flex did his thing, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, and look at him, dude. He looks awesome still. You know?
Living his best life. He's got the gym out there and everything.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that he's always lean. Just always,
Yeah.
He might get smaller, but he'll still always be like ripped,
So Vij, from there, I've got something. This is going to take us we're going to go way back here. All right, you ready for that?
All right. Yeah, we're going back, huh? This is where I belong, anyway.
We're going back to your era. This is
going back to my era. All right, good. I fit in. I feel like I fit in somewhere.
I think this is a full movie. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we'll skip through this a little bit. They're starting it nice and slow for us.
Lee Haney, the Lee Haney experience.
Can we have a intro for our show that looks like that? You know what I'm saying? How much do we have to pay to get the exact same thing, but to say Bodybuilding Nerds Radio?
Heck yeah. I don't know.
I'll take that.
I mean, yeah. I don't know what kind of animations guys we need to hire from that, but they might be in their 70s now.
Yeah, right? So it looks like we start out with some posing here.
See, these guys know how to dress. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Look at that. God, he was so good, dude.
Yeah, he was. And
nobody pulled off a do-rag like Lee Haney.
And I think he trained with a little reps in reserve too.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he did.
I don't want to quote Lee Haney, but I'm pretty sure he liked to leave 8 in the tank.
Yeah. Do you have a do-rag like that? Yeah. I know you've got the bandana. I've seen the bandana.
No, I've got bandana. No do-rags. No, I can't wear them. I don't have the right head for them. Nah, just not right.
Okay. It's a very intense calves workout.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip forward here a little bit. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this.
All right, that's good, baby. Tip for the day. Whenever training or developing any body part, you always want to Stick with the basics. A, B, and C. Never rewrite the book. Come on. Last set, best set, baby.
Telling you, man, they knew how to dress back then. This is how you do it.
Get the stringer tank tops on, do-rags.
Yeah.
Bright pink do-rags.
Yep.
Blue sweats, bright blue sweats.
Spandex pants.
Yeah, those aren't even
And
sweats.
No. Spandex Spanx are, I think they're, what do they call them? They're not shorts, but they're not pants. They're like spants.
Spants? They look like you would wear those for like playing in the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that's
Don't
right. They're football pants is really what they are.
Yeah.
They're like, they're basically capris that are really tight. You know.
What's he taking here?
What is he doing?
Help the body to recover.
Hold on, I'm going to roll that back. We got to see.
Yeah, I want to know what this spritz is he's talking about.
Check drops?
What I'm doing here, this is my new herbal extract.
Oh, God.
Goes right
Herbal
on the tongue,
extract. Come
goes to the
on,
bloodstream
Lee.
Very fast. Helps the body to recover and put some oxygen into the bloodstream.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
One of my
Lee.
secrets. Maybe I shouldn't have showed you that.
I want that tank top. It says animal.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
Starts
like
off
this
with
music.
barbell bench press. This is great.
I thought you'd
Nice
appreciate
bench.
this.
Like the bench itself is really good, isn't it? Like
Oh,
good,
yeah.
solid, good construction to that bench.
So let's see what he does here, because 3 plates is not light. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Oh, he'll knock out like 20 reps. Watch, you'll see. I never understood the whole weight belt on bench press thing.
Yeah, I think it was just a fashion statement at that point. You know.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Oh, that was a pretty massive high five.
Are there really just people standing around, or they know that it's been filmed? I'm guessing they know it's being filmed, so they're like, we need more people standing around. You know?
I don't know
Because I've never
listen.
trained with a bunch of people just standing around.
You know what though? If Lee Haney was there, you and I would be right in the front.
Oh.
We'd be standing around the whole time.
You're right. I would be. Yeah,
Really?
probably with a boner.
Yeah.
Hey, look, even the ladies are even scantily clad too. This is a good gym. We got to figure out where this gym is.
It's good
over there.
The one girl, she's
I
wearing
wanna-
looks like leggings, but she has shorts over them.
Yeah, that doesn't fly in today's. You got to take those shorts all the way off now. You're gonna need
Yeah.
to show everything in the gyms now.
Yeah.
See, how come girls can wear like look at the contradiction here. Like he's wearing those tight pants and his nuts and stuff are hanging out, but
Yeah.
she's covering up. She's got her yoga pants on. She's covering up her junk. You know that it's
I
the
don't
exact
know.
opposite now. Now it's the exact opposite. Some 40 years later, girls
Yeah.
are all they got the yoga pants on. They're ready to show all parts of their anatomy, no problem. And
Right.
guys are not allowed to show their junk, no matter what.
How about this?
You know?
They've got hexagon dumbbells. He's pressing the hundreds in
I like
this gym.
I like those.
You don't see them in gyms very often nowadays, though. You know.
No, I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure they're still around. Like those things, those are the kind of dumbbells that kind of like stand the test of time, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I still have my hexagon dumbbells from the
There
early
you go.
'90s, late '80s.
Yeah,
I don't have hundreds, but
they just don't go bad.
yeah, as long as you don't chuck them, right?
Yeah. Same could be said for most all dumbbell. Who's this guy he's training with? I like him too, whoever he is.
Oh, it's going heavier now.
Yeah.
I'm narrating
So he
a
goes
little
from-
bit for our audio people too. You know.
Oh, that's yeah. They should have to know what's going on. So starts off with chest, bench press, barbell bench press, and he moves on to incline dumbbell presses. This
Yeah.
is a lot like my workout so far already.
Yeah,
This is
I
like
could
my
see that.
typical chest day.
I mean, I'll tell you what though, when you think like, oh, Lee Haney is stimulated, he didn't annihilate, and then you watch how much weight he's using and how hard he's pushing, like
Yeah.
he still looked like he's pushing pretty damn hard, you know?
Yeah, he's still not lifting light, you know?
Yeah.
He's like doing
with
flies
85s.
like 85 minutes. Stimulate, don't annihilate.
Yeah, just 85-pound flies. It's fine. You don't want to go too heavy. Don't go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, put those 100s down. Just give me the 85s instead.
Yeah. Come on, one more. That his training partner has those lines cut in his head. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
It was a good look.
That was a style.
Did you ever do the lines?
No, I can't get away with that stuff. Nah.
I did some lines in my hair.
Did you?
Oh yeah, like in 4th grade.
I can see that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Having any type of pectoral development whatsoever, need to stay with the basics. Come on.
I like that. Guys who don't have any kind of pectoral development whatsoever need to stay with the basics.
That's consistent advice to this day.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never jerking or snapping at the end of the rep.
Listen, I'm still only using the basics.
Yeah.
I haven't graduated past that yet.
Yeah.
I see the lines in the hair you're talking about.
Yeah, you remember that look? That was something else.
I like it. Looks good. Looks good on this guy. Whoever this guy is, amateur bodybuilder of some kind.
Could bring it back. I might bring that back. Well, I still have enough hair to do it,
Well, you can. Yeah. I could do it. I could do it in like the backside of my head only.
Just like one line in the back, You don't want to go too crazy.
It would just look like a surgery that went wrong or something.
Oh God, what happened to Vijay?
I got a bad accident, part of my brain taken out. You can see the scar back there. Here.
So this is his gym. This is the Lee Haney Animal Kingdom. That's where they're at.
Well, shit. I like the color schemes. He's got the the yellow and the blues together,
Oh, and the red and everything, like every bright color.
They just knew how to do stuff in the 80s.
Yeah.
In bodybuilding, no pain.
The ladies could have dressed a little sluttier, though, I could say.
That is the key. You want each and everything that you do to be a definite plus. This.
All right, I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. Oh, you want to see some arms?
You know what? Lee Haney's arms? No, I don't want to see him.
No. Oh, how about this outfit here?
Whoa! Yeah, that's great.
Would you call that teal? Is that like it's a bright kind of turquoisey blue with yellow shorts and a yellow do-rag?
What do you call that when you roll the bottom of the tank top up into a little ball so it looks like you've got like a herniated like belly button? What is that? Look, what do you call that? Even?
I don't
even know.
But it is. It's tied in a knot, isn't it?
Yeah, they tie it in a knot. It goes in the front. It just looks like a belly button with a hernia. I like the look personally. I've done it before. But I don't know what it's called. I wish I would. Nobody does it like Lee Haney. I gotta tell you that though.
Yeah.
Yellow do-rag, yellow shorts.
Oh, he's got the red knee wraps.
Red knee wraps and a baby blue stringer with the
like every color.
hernia belly button roll.
That's a lot of colors. Usually for me, I wear black and maybe one other color,
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Or I wear black and gray.
I bet if you started going to a gym, you would mix it up with different colors.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go this far, though. You know what I mean?
No. Well, I mean, if we were in 1984, you would.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got my fanny pack. I got it right here, guys. Vij sent me a fanny pack. Look at this.
Whoa! I know that thing.
It's perfect. Good for my injectable D-ball.
There you go. And concealed carry.
Yes. All right. Let me cut through here a little bit further. So I didn't watch this at all, but I did kind of just like skim it really quick. And I thought I saw a commercial in here for like a product that a weeder product.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could find that.
Was it check drops?
No, it wasn't check drops, unfortunately.
He's like, oh, this is a herbal spritz and it helps with recovery. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Not check drops or mint.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to be able to find it, I guess, but
oh, that's okay. We can just drop a weeder commercial in here just to play it safe.
Yeah, just to make sure. Yeah. So this is the same tank, but now he's got it also cut, like the cleavage cut. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great.
That's a good look.
I have shirts just like that. I have a Culver shirt just like that. Yeah.
Do you really?
Culver thing. Yeah, I do. 2 of them actually.
Who bends over that far with a T-bar row nowadays?
I do.
Do you?
Yep. I go all the way down.
I mean, he's like almost beyond parallel at one point there.
Yeah, you really got to stretch. You have to use the 25s, or you got to be up. Like you got to stand on like a platform or something. You know?
Yeah.
At the True Fit gym, they've got those 45-pound bumper plates that are like this thick. You know?
Yeah.
So I stand on one of those and I'll do T-bar rows and with the 25 quarters. So you get a nice stretch at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they end with some more posing. Man, his legs were pretty good too, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. He's one of the greatest of all times, just far and away. Not the best arms, but they fit his body and they were still pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They weren't a distractor by any means. I mean, he still kicked everybody's asses, right?
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's how you train. I mean, I kind of train like that, just less intense. Like he's more intense. Maybe he's just playing it up for the camera. I don't know.
Yeah.
But could be.
All right. I got one more for us. This is Bret Wilkin, and he's doing some leg training over at Armbrust. So I believe he moved to Florida. Okay. So
he did.
Yeah, he got his start at Armbrust. Really, that's like where he really took off. And and now he's over there. But I think he came back to do some training here. Looking big as a house here too. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
My behind surroundings right now, you would know that I am at Armbrust Pro Gym. So I am back in Denver, Colorado.
Do you remember when he competed against Joe Russo?
This is kind of where my bodybuilding journey.
I do not remember that.
Yeah. So when Joe got his pro card out at Junior Nationals, and I was with him that year, like I came out to help in person, he won his class in Classic, and Bret won his class in Classic. And then they went up against each other for the overall. Bret won. But he was so small compared to, because he was trying to like turn pro in that class, and he was really holding back, Yeah, he was like strong as hell, and he wasn't not maximizing. He had to hold himself back, probably eat next to nothing to stay that small,
Yeah.
Today, so I'm gonna walk you through it. Really slow things down a little bit and show you exactly what I'm focusing on, especially for quads right now. And
I was just at Armbrust in January.
Oh, you're kidding me?
Yeah, I just was up there.
Did you do some training?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Would you work out?
Great gym. Oh, I want to say it was upper body day of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a chest day. I think it just ended up being.
Did you see you see anybody there? Anybody like?
I saw Dylan.
You saw Dylan?
Armbrust was there. Yep.
Did you say
I
hi
waved
to him?
to him. No, I did wave from him. I waved to him from across the gym, and I was like, Dylan, and I waved at him, and he looked at me like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He looked at me like, "Hey, did you pay up front or did you sneak in here?"
Yeah.
But he was nice. He was cordial. He waved back and smiled. And he's like, "I don't know who that guy is." One of those smiles. But
yeah.
He was very cordial, very nice. I saw Heather Grace too. Remember Heather Grace?
Oh, nice. Yeah. Olympian.
Yep. And she was bigger than me.
Yeah.
Much bigger. She's still pretty shredded, dude. She's still jacked, very jacked. Yes.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I want to say I saw one other guy. I can't remember. Not Dorian. No, it was someone else. His name now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good guys out there.
Oh, there's so many good guys. Yeah, as I was coming in, this like whole host of, you could tell they were like the classic physique pros were just leaving,
Okay.
They all had the hair and the outfits, and they're all leaving together. I was like, you guys all train together, dressing like that? That's pretty cool. They all dressed the same. Their hair was all the same, They had like their old jugs of water and stuff.
Yeah. Did they have mustaches?
Wow. One of them did. One of them had a mustache, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. You got to have like the Bumstead mustache.
Yeah, it was a Bumstead look going on. That's right.
So it looks like they started here with adductors. Yeah. Now they're going into some hamstring curls.
I didn't go into that room when I was there.
Oh, no kidding.
Not once. Yeah. Huh. I think I went in just to peek my head in just to see. I was never training any leg stuff.
Oh, okay.
There. Yeah, and that's all where their leg stuff is. It's an awesome fucking room. It's half the gym. Literally
Is it?
half the gym.
Yeah.
Huge room. Dylan's got some crazy equipment in there, dude.
That's what I've heard, man. I got to get out there and check it out.
Yeah.
Film up.
Yeah. Oh, you've never been to Armbrust? Oh, wow.
No, I never have. Yeah. I've hardly been to Colorado even.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to do left in life, Feach.
Yes, there is. Yeah, you got to get out to Colorado, dude.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would like to.
I mean, for at least Armbrust, you know, at least you got to go there.
Yeah. What do you think of the Prime equipment? That company is so popular now.
I'm not sure. I know what that is. Like, I don't know that.
They're
I
on.
wouldn't
So
recognize
it's they bought Strive, so they're on a Prime extension right now, and there's multiple points that you can load those plates on. So like you can see the plates on there, and then there's like a higher pivot point to set them on and a lower point, and it changes the strength curve. See how there's like another pin above that? Kind of like we had that at Highland Park. They had like some arm Strive equipment out there. And they got it banded too.
So that says Cybex though. Is that still the same? Or?
Was it? No, I'm sure that. Oops, I lost you.
Yeah, because I've used Strive in the past.
Okay. Yeah, that would. What do they sell? What's Bret selling here?
Orders, we got all the shout outs, all the reviews. So I'm telling people use it and then
the Butcher
let me know what
Bomb.
you think if you can be an honest review because I know it's a good product. So it's more about I'm just trying to get this in people's hands because once they try it, they realize how well of a product it is. And it changes the training. So
for lubing up your joints, I think that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, okay, we just saw Lee Haney hawking some shit, you know.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing Bret Wilkin hawking some shit.
You got to do your thing. You know what I mean? You're making a video. You got to like hawk your products, right?
Yeah. But I don't think it's their products. Like that was Lee Haney's spritz. He was like, oh, it's the herbal extract, you know.
Yeah, this one was his because he's they call him Bret the Butcher, so it was called like the Butcher Bomb.
Butcher Bomb, gotcha. Yeah. Well, it probably works like how the old Biofreeze used to work, you know, like
yeah.
Remember that stuff?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's still around or anything, but
I think they still have it now. They sell it at the grocery store even.
Of course they do. We get it, Meyer.
Yeah, we used to only get it from our chiropractor when I was a kid.
That's right. I sold some when I was there.
Did you?
Right. Oh yeah, and when I was in practice, sold a bunch of it. You know, people loved it.
Yeah. So it looks like they're on the hack squat next here. Oh, we got a little cut here.
Oh, Premier Protein.
All right.
Oh, pancakes even, huh? How about that?
Yeah, so they get the Cybex hack here. It's probably pretty similar to what we used out at Highland Park.
Oh yeah, this is a Cybex too, right? Yeah. I see iCarrying in the back there too.
Yeah.
All hack squats are not equal. I mean, none of them are
no.
equal. I gotta say, like everyone's so fucking different. Every one of them is different.
Yeah.
It's very. I've only found like I want to say maybe 2 or 3 in my lifetime that I was like, wow, this is a great hack squat. Yeah. The majority of them have been like, oh, this is awkward as hell.
Yeah, a lot of them are, man. A lot of them are like, oh my God, my knees, you know?
Yeah. I don't know where to put my feet. Where do I stick my feet on this stupid thing?
So his training partner is leaning on that white hammer strength machine. Did you see that behind? It's off to the other side. I hate that one. I absolutely hate it. Where you're not leaning back in the hack. You're kind of like pushing. You're sitting forward. You know.
Okay, I gotta see it. I gotta see it again.
Here, I'm sure they'll show it. Or I can just let me roll it back. There we go. That machine.
Oh yeah.
Those are the worst.
Oh, is that the one where it kind of goes into your low back? It doesn't even go over your shoulders?
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yes.
I fucking hate those machines. Yeah, I don't like those machines at all.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Like low back supported hack squat. It's the most unsafe feeling thing ever.
Oh, so that was his heavy set there, which looked pretty damn heavy.
Yeah, dude. I don't think he does anything that's not heavy. Bret Wilkins, he's a monster. Everything he does is heavy stuff.
So I
don't even pay attention to the weights.
Yeah. I see that set, and then it looks like you might do like a back off here after that.
Yeah. So he started with hack squats, huh? He didn't.
It was exercise 3. I mean, for
exercise 3.
Yeah, because he did the adductors, and then he did the hamstring curls, and then he got into these. So this is like the first big one, you know?
Yeah, this is the first major mover right here.
Yeah. Everybody's into the pendulum now.
I noticed that. You know, my gym does not have a pendulum. I thought that they would, but they don't. Not that I care. I wouldn't use it anyways, but there's definitely a lot of gyms around here that have Pendulum. In fact, there's a gym right here in Mount Juliet. It's a 24-hour gym.
Yeah.
I think it's called Iron Fit. Anyways, they've got a Pendulum that was built by, oh God, who's that company out in Tennessee or right here in Tennessee?
I'm thinking of that. I know that
Flex Lewis loves it.
I know.
Arsenal.
Thank you.
Arsenal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My brain wouldn't say it. I was picturing their logo.
I couldn't figure it either. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, Arsenal Pendulum. So, and it's not bad, actually. I used it while I was there I was visiting.
Yeah.
It was not bad. It's not bad. I'm just a barbell guy. You know what I mean? I got to use barbells.
Yeah. I would have loved to have a pendulum squat back when my back was bothering me and stuff. You know?
Oh, for sure.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as machines go, that one will make you fail pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That pendulum squat takes almost no weights at all. And it's kind of like doing a hack squat. It's kind of like doing a sissy squat and a hack squat at the same time.
Yeah, it kind of is. I could see that. Unless you're Dusty, then Dusty can load that whole damn thing up.
Well, Dusty can load everything up. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not a fair comparison with Dusty.
Yeah.
He's too strong at stuff.
When we were training at Mike's gym down in Columbus, we did the seated hammer strength row, like the one where you're kind of like in a chair and you're pulling from low and it stays low, and the plates are down by the floor. He had that whole thing filled up. It was like 5 plates or 6 plates, like the whole thing.
That doesn't surprise me.
And he was able to pull it too. Like it wasn't just like ugly.
Yeah, he's wacky strong. Always been that way.
What's he got going on here? He's gonna wrap some straps to hold on to the. Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, I see what he's doing here too. Yeah,
it's gonna be a front squat. You think? Oh no, back squat.
Yeah, back squat. He just can't. He doesn't want to reach back. I don't think he can reach back with how massive he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually done this. I started doing this exact thing recently, not on a Smith machine though. Just with the barbell, because I was having some issues where I couldn't reach back either.
Oh, so you were using the strap. So he's got the strap wrapped around the bar, and now he's holding the straps instead of holding the bar. That's
right. So for people just listening and not seeing the video, you take your regular ass wrist straps that you would use for deadlifts or whatever, or bent over rows, whatever, and you just wrap them around the bar and then hang them over your shoulders and just basically hang on to them as you're squatting. Keep the bar steady.
I could see that.
Yeah, it works good. I don't go heavy, but I haven't tried using any like formidable weight with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd imagine it would be a lot tougher to stabilize, you know?
Yeah. He's on the Smith. But he's got 5 on here now. He's going like straight down.
Yeah.
This almost looks like the same thing he did on the hack. You know what I mean? Like the direction he's moving. Yeah. He's just like freaking burying it.
He even has his feet up, his heels up. You see that?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a quad heavy workout right here.
Yeah.
He's like a pneumatic drill when he's like
he is.
You know, he reminds me of Shelby, actually. When you watch Shelby squat, when you used to watch Shelby squat, you squat just like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, just effortless. It looks effortless, but
right.
Just the right cutout to be able to do that, you know.
Going up to 5 plates and a quarter on each side.
Jeez. It's a crazy cardio workout too.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah. Oof. I'm getting short of breath just watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it takes. Like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't make him stop.
Yeah. I'm going to need to eat one of these protein bars real soon just to, stop myself from going catabolic from watching this.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm not taking enough EQ, Vij.
Yeah, you need more. Definitely. Everybody needs more EQ. And you're probably taking too much Winstrol too. So back that off.
He just about failed, and then he pulled out another one.
Yeah. Which means
another one.
He's going past the tank level. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't got anything left in this tank. I'm still going.
Yeah. Yeah. He really looked like he was going to fail on that rep and did 2 more.
2.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So we're gonna make the concentric fast too, which is gonna make this super hard. All right, so moving on to something a little different, but a really good finisher for what we're doing now. So we did some heavy hack squats. We did some heavy Smith squats there. So now I just kind of wanted to slow things down, focus a little bit more on really finishing with a crazy good pump, a lot of isolation. So came over to this Nebula leg press, one of the best leg presses ever made. And we're just gonna do a really slow time under tension.
Never heard of it.
So we're probably gonna do about 2 or 3 rounds here. But we're
Old
doing
brand.
Four count down.
Oh.
So you're 4-second negative, 2-second pause in the hole, and another 4-second positive or concentric portion. So it's a really slow, controlled down, pause it, hold it, a really slowed and controlled push through the leg press. So, like I said, this is a nasty finisher. I just did one. I'm kind of brain dead.
Nice.
That is a nasty finisher. It is.
A lot of tension, a lot of.
Yeah, so those leg presses, that would be like a dream leg press to have. That's like Nebula is kind of like one of those companies where you can't really find a lot of their stuff, but if you do, it's gold, you know?
That's no Swedish-made IKEA machine you wrap up and stick under your bed.
No.
Yeah, no.
What's the name of that brand that we just talked about that Flex is affiliated with?
Arsenal?
Arsenal. Yeah. So Arsenal bought some of their patents, like to make their machines after Nebula. Yeah.
Cool.
That's a beautiful machine.
It does look like a real good. I like the actual pressing plate. It's cool.
Yeah, it's big.
The foot plate, it's really wide, you know.
Although you really don't have an option to put your feet any higher without, you know what I mean? I don't know about that bend.
Without the ankle, the angle there, it's just you're forced to. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'd prefer to not have that bend.
Yeah, I could see that. Unless you want to train hamstrings directly, then it's not bad.
Then pop them way up there.
Glutes. Pop them up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't like leg press anyways.
No, that's right. That's right. You're not a fan.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to be doing that exercise anyways. How they're doing it with the slow concentrics and they're like, we're just gonna go light, and they've got 12 plates on each side.
Yeah, good point. Good point. You're gonna take it easy, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna slow it down. Just 12 plates here.
Oh, they're not done. I thought that was it, but now they're gonna do some parking lot walking lunges. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, there's a nice spot out there right behind Armbrust, and it's all like fenced in, like you see.
Yeah.
And
I see that.
Guys take weights. Yeah, they take weights out there, and they'll do lunges out there. Yeah, looks good. It's a great gym, dude. Really great.
I'll go buy it. You're fine.
See, even at this point, it don't need any weight. They just they're so depleted at this point. You can hear them panting. They're just like dying. Yeah. There's no weight. They're just a bunch of like turtles in the parking lot. Lunging away. Don't hit us.
We got tires out there too, huh?
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on today. So that was
this good.
That is good. That's a good finisher. I like those.
Still kind of adjusting to the flight.
See that was like a Vijay style calisthenic workout with the ending there.
Oh God!
Walking lunges, no weights.
Yeah. What do you do weight wise on, say, your squat now?
I never go over 3 plates. Never.
Yeah, so I think it's important because I think that people are going to compare. If you're like, oh, I'm doing a light workout, I don't go too crazy. I think that people are then thinking what their version of too crazy is. They don't realize you're pretty strong. Sure. So 3 plates for some people, like they've never worked up to 3 plates before. Yeah. So they couldn't imagine just like, we're not going to go crazy. We're just going to do 3 plates.
We're just going to do 12 plates, easy concentric.
Yeah.
No, I like most of the time I don't. Like sometimes I'll go over 3 plates. That's rare, really rare. Majority of my workouts, because I do lower body every day essentially, and I'm always doing some kind of a squat, whether it's front squat, back squat, assisted squat, whatever, lunges even. Like I'll use the bar, and I sometimes won't even go over a plate. A lot of it is body weight stuff for me, and then I'll go into like if I do an actual leg day, like Saturday is my leg day,
right?
I'll do that. I'll do that at the gym. so I can squat on the Smith machine, because I don't have a Smith machine. I like squatting on the Smith machine, but I won't go over like 3 plates and a quarter. I won't go over that.
Okay,
that's like that'll be my top set, and from there we strip off the weight. I strip off the weights like 1 plate at a time, and then finish up that way.
That's still a heck of a leg workout, especially considering you're going to come back and train again tomorrow. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, then it's a light leg day after that.
Okay, I got you.
Which is just calisthenics, body weight stuff.
Yeah.
I try not to. That's why you got to leave 8 in the tank. It's that way you don't go too crazy, and you can recover easy enough, and you can do it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we had, Vij. That was it.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's good, man.
It's good.
It was good. It was a long time coming, and we've never done Bodybuilders Radio on video before, so this is kind of a new concept for us. And our past 630 episodes have fallen off the internet now, so this is really the only episode we have anymore. Is it?
Okay, this is the only one they can watch, huh? All right.
Yeah, it's the only one they got. So whatever, I hope everyone liked it. Everyone's giving. Oh, these guys are giving terrible bodybuilding advice. 1 meal a day.
Well, I think that if they're that's probably true. You're probably right about that. But I think if they're watching us now, they probably had seen the previous 600. I think it was actually 738 episodes that we've done.
Something
now.
crazy.
So this is like 739, I think. Yeah.
10 years worth down the tubes. You know what I mean? It's not. You can't find nothing out there.
Hey, but it goes to prove that all we have is today, Vij. That's all we've got.
That's right. That's right, and you got to enjoy today for what it is. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had a good time, so that's really what matters, right? We had fun here.
Yeah. Well, we're back at it, so here we are. You get to see our mugs pretty frequently anymore, right? So, hey, on that note, for Bodybuilding Nerds Radio and Scott McNally, we bid you adieu.
See you guys.
Live,
Nice, yeah.
All right, we are rolling.
Okay, here we go. Bodybuilding nerds, unite! You are listening to Bodybuilding Nerds Radio. Just a couple of nerds who love all things bodybuilding related. You are... I'll go again.
Yeah.
I'll go again.
You're really good, though.
This show is brought to you by... That was the next part.
So. Oh, yeah.
Take 2.